You wouldn't believe the experience that one of my family members had with a bad technician. Stay tuned and find out. Hi everyone, it's Deb from Deb's RV Services and welcome to today's video. So I want to share a story with you that was an experience with a bad technician that worked on my father's RV. So last year, my dad found out he had a leak in his gray water tank, and it was around fall. We were camping, and I knew that we could go look for a technician going on the website through the membership organization that I belong to. And there's a lot of ways that you can find technicians. You can go on Google and find them. You can go on this rvtaa.org and you can find a technician. And you kind of want to look for somebody that is certified. Now, somebody like me, I'm a registered technician, but I've taken 3 of the 4 courses. So you kind of want to figure out where your tech's at. Like, did they take classes in what the problem that you're having? If I had a water heater problem, I could fix that because I've taken the water heaters class and I've worked on, I have some experience with it. Same with refrigerators. You want to find out what your tech knows. And I learned a big lesson in this experience because I thought, he's a certified tech and it says 10 years experience on his profile, that he must know what he's doing. We don't get plumbing and one of the areas like with the tanks, I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't take any plumbing classes and it's not required for your certification. So it's something that you kind of have to have experience in or get the experience in. So when you're contacting your tech and you have something wrong with a tank or some plumbing thing, find out, do you have experience doing this? Now, a really good tech is going to be honest with you about what they know and what they don't know. So this technician, I found out, was just graduated from the school. It said on his profile 10 years experience. And that really bothered me because I was referring somebody to my dad that I thought was good, that I thought knew what he was doing. So long story short, this technician had to come out several times and the repair hadn't been complete. When he came for the last time, the coach was already winterized. So, and I was gone, I wasn't around, and I was just kind of, my dad and I were just talking about it, what's going on with the tank and the leak and everything. Well, he was winterized, he was already in the storage lot, and this technician came out and he said, oh, it's all repaired, it's good as new, and you just let me know if you have any problems in the spring when you take it out. Okay, good to go, word of mouth. He just trusted it. And then he went on his merry way, and my dad, had it winterized and the whole winter passed. Now we come into springtime, and my dad doesn't take it out until I think it was June when he finally took it out for the first time. And there was a massive leak. So I was with my dad and I contacted the tech for him. I kind of, just mentioned what was going on. He'd be happy to look at it, he said. Okay, well then when we come down to finding out the costs and everything associated, he didn't plan on doing this free of charge or honoring any sort of warranty for his work. He said he doesn't honor that after 6 months. And I had a real problem with that because this work was never tested at the time, but then the tech claimed it was. So I asked for a video or some type of proof that it was actually tested, and he couldn't provide it, but he insisted that it was. Well, this is a huge learning curve and a huge red flag because this is something that you want to find out from your technician. Do they have some kind of warranty on their work? And you want to see that it worked, and you can even use your phone and just do a little bit of a film, take a video of it working so that you have that proof. And your tech should also be doing that as well. So this technician, after going back and forth with him several times, I sort of kind of wrote him and told him that it wasn't very ethical what he was doing, and it didn't honor the membership or the code of ethics from our school that they instill in us. And he agreed that he would replace the tank if that's what we wanted to do if we came to him. Well, this was going to be, gas money, traveling a few hours. This was going to be overnight stays at a campground. And we had to figure out times in all of our schedules that this could work. And I didn't like it, but we really wanted this to be completed. As we got closer to the date, the technician started making excuses on that he's really busy and, you know, can we come on this day instead of that day? Then it was, can we come early in the morning because he needs to be done for some other jobs? And then he tells us the day before that he is not going to drill the holes in the new gray tank that he was going to install. This, I was very upset. This did not go over well with me. My dad was stressed out. So I contacted a friend that I have in the area, and he said, let me take a look at it. So we went there to him first. He took a look at it, and it was a disaster under there. This kid had used, and I call him a kid because he was young, he had used the wrong glue. He had used the wrong type of piping. It was a terrible job. There was no way it was going to stick. This was not going to last at all. It was just a terrible patch job. And he had told my dad previously that the patch job would be just like having a brand new tank. And that wasn't true either. So what ended up happening is I canceled the appointment with the tech because there were so many excuses coming in. We didn't trust that he would do a good job. He didn't know what he was doing, apparently. And, you know, we have all these videos and pictures. So my friend was able to put in my dad's new tank and repair it for him. And, you know, my dad, the problem was that the learning lesson was that he was out $3,000 from this repair. That's how much it costs. He paid him to travel out to see him several times. There's just so many things about this situation that it wasn't good. And like I said, there's a lot of learning in this. And if we had to do it over again, there's things that we would follow. First of all, like I said, we would make sure that the technician had the prior experience. We would find out what the warranty was. And if there were these huge travel fees from the location, maybe it would have been better for us to go to that person in the first place. So you have to kind of figure out your situation, where you're at, and look at the cost and figure out if it's worth that for you. And one of the biggest takeaways too was this person had 10 years experience on his profile. But if I would have asked him and talked to him about specific experience with tanks or plumbing, I would have found out that he didn't have any. It just said 10 years experience, but it didn't actually state what the experience was in. So you really want to vet your tech. So what happened next was, you know, there's a few things you can do. And what we decided to do was just leave a Google review that was honest. And then we were able to report him to the school and let them know about what happened. And we didn't feel that he provided a good service. And now my dad has a fixed tank, but this is just an unfortunate circumstance. And as a technician myself, I've learned a lot from this experience, and the importance of making sure that you're honest with your clients, that you are upfront about what you can and cannot do, and that you make sure that you take pictures and videos of your completed work so that you can show that it was working when you left the area. And I just think that, you know, there's a lot of things that could have been done differently to change the outcome of this situation, but it happened, and this is life, and this is learning, and we all go through it. But I thought that it would be a good idea for me to make a video and let all of you know, and so you can learn from this experience as well. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.